right, welcome to Thursday night Q&A, everyone. As always, drop those questions in the associated chats. Listen, I got a good one. I got a good one from Discord. I actually like this one. So Affluent says, Affluent in the DIT Discord, which, guys, be very careful with Discord. If you want to join the Daily Income Trader System Discord, it's members only, and also please make sure you talk to our support and you're in the right Discord, okay? Discord's an amazing piece of software, but you run into these imposter scammers, etc. So anyway, this is a great question. So Affluent says, I don't understand why traders at STT don't just pick a low float stock, all join in at the low, buy blocks of a 1K each, and, tell everyone else to buy. And then when the stock moves up, which it will because it's an illiquid low float, why don't we all just dump the shares? Affluent, I love you. That's what Atlas Trading did, okay? So, and that's why this is a great question, okay? So, Affluent, all of you should be familiar with Atlas Trading, okay? Zach Morris and I forget the other names. I can't, they had all these stupid names, but what Atlas Trading did was exactly that. And they made, I don't even know, 10, 20, 50 million dollars, and guess who is currently in federal custody? Guess who will probably spend years and or decades in jail, in federal prison, and will probably live miserable lives the rest of their lives. So, Affluent, my man, I get the question. It's actually a really good question. You're like, why not? Why not? Well, there's a reason why not. It is illegal, Affluent. It is called a pump and dump scheme, okay? That is why you don't do it. Now, you could also potentially sell cocaine. You could also rob banks. You could also steal Social Security checks. You could also, I don't know. But the reason we don't do that is it is an illegal pump and dump scheme. Affluent. Now, Affluent, I get it. You probably mean well. You're a new trader. You're like, hey, why not? Why not? Just like if I walk up to you, Affluent, and I'm like, hey, Affluent, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? How's the wife? How's the kids? You want to see that bank over there? Let's go rob that bank. It's the same reason. But again, good question. It would work. It would work. It worked for Atlas for years until they got busted. So anyway, on a dip and rep, what criteria should be used to respect the 945 rule or not? Great question. So VSIG, guys, VCIG, please go back and review that one from yesterday. Just an absolute box checker for a dip and rip. And listen, Gustavo, when I talk about the best dip and rips like a VSIG, what you're looking for. I mean, what are you looking for? You're looking for all of those criteria, okay? What is on the worksheet, okay? If you're using the worksheet for the dip and rip, there are 10 specific criteria. So the point is, if you're using the worksheet and you're filling it out, and there is a stock that checks all 10 boxes, that's when you break the 945 rule. 9 boxes, break the 945 rule. 8, I don't know. 7, no way. 6, no way, okay? Doesn't mean they're not good trades. It's just those are the ones that we don't break the 945 rule on, okay? Now, there's other criteria that go into that. There's others, but like the overall market, Listen, a good example right now. We love chat pumps, okay? We love chat pumps. The chat guy is absolutely ice cold, okay? So, like today, BRSH, micro float stock, news, former runner, okay? BRSH, lot to like, but it was a chat pump. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, nope, 945. Now, different times, if chat pumps are hot, then we're not so cautious with chat pumps. But the two main answers are box checkers, and then also recognizing what is currently working, okay? Like, listen, a month ago, BRSH, I'm telling you. Gustavo, I don't know how long you've been around, but I'm telling you, if you've been around a month or so, you know with BRSH, a 400,000 float chat pump, I'd be losing my mind this morning at, I don't know when he bought it, 9 a.m.-ish. Like, I'd be like, because it was trading great volume too. I would be screaming like an absolute madman, just like I was talking about the pump and dump, okay? Like I would be, but the market changes. Chat pumps, absolutely ice cold. So as soon as I saw that on BRSH, I'm like, 945, guys, forget it. Now it did run at the open, flat out. A lot of people were aggressive. They're like, Tim, it's gonna go. They traded it, they did well, but man, you had to be quick. Bring up the chart of BRSH. If you didn't sell into that initial spike, it faded all day and closed at the lows. Another question on TSAT was an Iris alert. Guys, super cool, by the way. I mentioned this last week. Not yesterday. I flew back yesterday. The travel kind of screws up the clock. Tuesday, got interviewed at the NYSE. Very cool. Actually, Alex, if you want, post a picture to my personal Instagram. I posted a picture to my Instagram. And listen, the only reason I say that is at least if you follow the real Tim, hopefully you won't be scammed by, TC75 _ BOH75, okay? Anyway, Instagram.com/TBohen. I am T-Bohen everywhere, TBOHEN everywhere. I won't spell my name different, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, the reason I bring that up was I posted a picture on Tuesday, got to present at the NYSE. Very cool, exciting. Man, you can, listen, it's like, I'm pretty sure all of you know there's like 20 people in there right now, like literally 20, but you can still feel it. Like, you can feel the history, you can feel the energy. It's actually very cool. Was a great opportunity. So anyway, the interview was about Iris. So Iris is that artificial intelligence large language model that the developers and I didn't do any programming. I just talked to the thing, okay? So it might be insane, but I just talked to it to train it. The developers did all the hard work. But Iris is a swing trading artificial intelligence. Incredible stuff, amazing stuff. So anyway, and the reason it's geared towards swing trades is, day trading is second by second. What Iris does is it goes out, looks at the filings, looks at the news, looks at the financials, collects all of that data, and it takes a few minutes. It does take a few minutes to give you a reply. So that's why yet, it's not for day trading. Because listen, we got to make decisions fast in day trading. Swing trading, we can spend a little more time. So Iris takes a few minutes to collect that data, to analyze the chart. It actually analyzes the chart. It's nuts. It's wild. And then give you entries and exits. Okay. Now I say that because Gustavo says TSAT was an Iris alert on August 15th with an entry at 1750 and a stop at 1650. It broke 1750 the same day, but then collapsed and then immediately bounced back. Okay? I got stopped out at 1650. Okay? Should I have stayed in? Because listen, TSAT, last I knew, was at like 22. Okay? So, yeah, this morning was at 22. So, Gustavo. Big Time Rush. Longtime members know my affection for Big Time Rush. I always feel bad because Alex, she never gets my Big Time Rush references, but my daughter and I watched every single episode of Big Time Rush many times. Gustavo was a key character. Love that show. I miss those times. My daughter was probably, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7, 8. It was like 5 seasons, but anyway, Gustavo. TSAT immediately ripped back, huge candle, exploded higher the next day, and was as high as 22.75, which is way past the goal, over $5 a share past the entry. But man, you gotta respect the stop. You gotta. And Gustavo, you did the right thing. And guys, I know why he's asking the question, and many of you may be asking similar questions. Was there something I could have done differently? Was there something I could have seen? What could I have done to stay in this stock when it broke the stop? And this is always one of the most unpopular answers. You did the right thing, Gustavo. Listen, it went all the way down into the 13s. Okay? What are you going to do? Are you going to hold all the way into the 13s and hope and pray? Hope and pray? Please, please, Jesus, Allah, Odin, praise Odin. Please, somebody bounce this stock. Is that your plan? No. You did the right thing. That's a brutal couple days. Now, you could have, here's the thing, and this is what I love about these trade plans. You could have re-entered, okay? And that reminds me of this always reminds me of one of my favorite stock market stories, okay? So guys, number one, don't be afraid to take a stop and re-enter. Like if you would have re-entered, Gustavo, you're up $5 a share right now. Sure, you lost $1 the first time, 1750 to 1650. You rebuy at 1750, you're up $5 a share. You're net up $4 a share. Don't be afraid to re-enter. And this story is not an exact match for this. So I was at an event in Vegas. Time flies. 7 or 8 years ago. Andrew Left was there. Speaking of my Instagram, there's a picture of me and Andrew Left. Great guy. He's a character, man. Andrew Left is the guy behind Citron Research. Great guy. Great storyteller and a great trader. So I met him at this event in Vegas. I'm like, hey, got a selfie with him and everything. And he's up on stage and he's presenting. And he's talking about a lot of like the emotional side of trading. So this is the good part of the story. So Andrew's getting divorced for like the 4th time or 5th time. I don't even know how many times. Okay. So he's getting divorced for like the 3rd, I don't know, whatever. And the judge, they're basically done. And the judge is like, so you're this hedge fund guy. And he's like, yeah. And the judge is like, well, I got a bunch of Apple, and I'm up like, 500% on this Apple, and I don't know what to do, and I'm worried, and I got all this anxiety. Like the judge is telling him this. He's like, every night I go to bed, and I'm afraid that Apple is going to dump on me. What do I do, Mr. Left? As he's, giving him child support and alimony. Hey, man, whatever. So Andrew just looks at him. And as a trader, like this is the funny part of the story. As day traders, or swing traders, like all of you are, he just looks at him and he's like, just sell half. Sell half. Lock it in. Let the rest work. And he said the judge is, this is a judge, a very learned man, okay? Not some, guy bagging groceries. Nothing against that. I bag groceries. But like he said, this judge's jaw just dropped open. He's like, I never thought of that. I never thought that I could just sell half and lock in 500% gains on half of my position and let the rest work. Like literally. He said the guy's eyes got wide. And here's Andrew. And it's like, dude, this is like trading 101, brother. So anyway, the point is, it might not be the perfect story, but the point is, stick to your stop and re-enter on the same plan. Don't be afraid to re-enter. This goes for day trades or swing trades. Listen, if Oracle hits a level right at the market open and you take a 5-cent stop and then it consolidates at VWAP and it breaks late day and you buy it, and now you make 30, 40, 50 cents, now you're net 25, 30 cents on a $2 stock, that is trading. Okay? So, good stuff tonight, guys. Looks like I'm caught up on questions. So, all right. I think I got them all. So, have a good night, everyone. Don't fall for pump and dump schemes, even though they work. They work until they don't. Understand box checkers and dip and rips. Stick to high probability plays. If you're only getting a few boxes checked, ignore them. And don't be afraid to stop out. You can always re-enter. Don't be afraid to scale out. Okay? So, all right, guys. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.